Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. Well, I decided that today was going to be a busy day and I was going to be processing some beef that I had got a really good buy on the other day, but since I didn't want to can it all, I've got some other plans, and one of them was to make lasagna. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to get a couple things. I can stick them in the freezer because I think we're having tacos tonight. And so I just put some of my home grown tomato sauce. It has onions, peppers, maybe some shredded carrots in it, in the bottom of the pan. Next, I get some lasagna noodles. Really fast and easy. And you do not have to cook lasagna noodles. I'm going to put a nice layer across this. You can see how fast this is going to be. And break this. It'll be perfect for here. There we go. Should have broke this one, so I will. All right. Well, like I said, I did buy beef, so that will definitely be one of the layers. But I don't like to have just beef, so mine's going to be one with lots of vegetables. But let's start with some of this nice ground beef. I cooked this up, and it is seasoned with just salt and pepper. Put a nice little amount across the bottom. Perfect. And then this one, I think I can just dump most of it. A little bit more in this one. That pan bowl is empty. Spread this out. And spread this out. Even the hamburger smells good, which is pretty funny. Now I want to show you something a little trick that I do with olives. I've just got some nice pitted olives, but they're not sliced, so I just take my knife. It's not perfect, but I always say I don't do anything perfect, but I do several things pretty well. So I just bring this back and forth across, cutting these out. The ones on the top really don't like to cut up very well, so I'll just cut that one up. But most of the rest of these are pretty cut. And now I'm just going to begin spreading these out. I personally love olives. And let's see what I want to do next. I think maybe some of the ricotta cheese. So I just begin breaking that off and getting a little bit of that in there. You can see I'm not a purist at anything. Nothing's measured, but that's okay. This will kind of melt in there together and be very nice. Let's put the rest of this one over here. There we go. And this goes over here. I might even just get it out of the way so you don't have to look at it. And I'll just spread this out a little more. That's a nice layer. I figured for these pans, which are probably a 10 by 12, that I would put about one, what is this, a pint? $15 ounces in each one. Well, that's what I thought I would do. All right, well, I think now we're ready for another layer of noodles. There we go. Break this one in half again. And just kind of put some edges here. Same with this one. Now this next part is going to be vegetables. And I did saute these vegetables, and I'll tell you the ones that came from my garden. The zucchini, the cabbage, the onions, and this is the last of my sweet peppers. The carrots I did buy. So let's get some of this nice zucchini across. It's important, I think, whenever we're cooking for our families, or if you're cooking for yourself, to remember to try to stay healthy. And part of that is going to be, I used to hear it called eating a rainbow. So next is going to go some of this beautiful purple cabbage. I love this stuff. What's interesting about using purple cabbage is as you're cooking with it, you really turn out not being able to taste it. So you get a lot of nutrients added with it. And nobody's going to go, ooh, does that have cabbage in it? Although I will say, if you're trying to sneak cabbage into your dish, it is easier with the green cabbage. But I like the red cabbage. There we go, there's a nice layer. Okay, so let's put a little cheese. Oh, first, let's season this up a little bit. I think I just threw that right on the ground. That's okay. Some oregano. That's probably of dried oregano about, let me put just a tiny bit more on this side. That's probably about 3/4 of a tablespoon. So 2.5 teaspoons for each one, I think. Let's give it a little salt. Probably about a teaspoon of this. Some basil. This will have a nice flavor. That's actually pretty strong. Now this is a nice seasoned garlic. Let's see, this is, had to see which side I just could sprinkle it on. I love garlic, really good for you. There we go. And the last seasoning, just a little bit of thyme. Not a lot. What's interesting about herbs is that besides adding a lot of flavor, they are all medicinal. So, let's add a little bit of sauce. No, let's wait till I add another noodle. Boy, I can't make up my mind. I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese. Now I always buy sharp cheese, so it has more flavor and you don't have to use quite as much. Not that I don't use a lot of cheese, because I don't like cheese. But you don't have to use as much this way. Edges. I think that's good. And that's the end of that one. So let's see if we have, how many we have on this. To open this one. Is looking pretty deep and I haven't got everything on. Oops, that piece jumped right out at me. There we go. Just kind of sprinkle that on. I'm going to press this down. Now this gets some more of my sauce. It smells really nice. Sprinkle that on. About a quart, a little less than a quart. Spread this out. You do want the noodles to be covered all the way, because you're not cooking the noodles first, so they will absorb the moisture from everything that you're cooking. You can't.
Give me a second, Mama. Let me get the shirt on.
Yeah.
I don't like to do that in front of women.
Kurt?
Yes.
I'm videoing.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry.
So we're spreading this out so it will absorb nicely. These will make nice, easy meals. And now, I'm not going to use all of this, but I certainly want some beautiful onions on it. They're all sauteed nicely. These pans are getting filled up so much that I think I may save the carrots and make a raw carrot salad. You know, the carrot and raisin one. That I may do. There we go. And I'm going to just spread this out now. Hi, Jason. And here's the last of the sweet peppers. Go on it. Can't reach it quite as good because I'm sitting, but you can see better that way. Now I'll just spread this out too. How's it look, Jason? Looks fine. Okay. And I dropped my fork, so I'm just going to use this spoon and just begin getting out some of this ricotta again. About a half of a container on each one. Just have to wait just a little bit. Okay. And spread it out. I'm almost feeling like my fingers would work better with this, so that's what I'm going to do. And by the way, yes, that worked much better. Just a few more olives on it. Using the same technique as before. There was a jumper. Now this can was of course full, and I don't know if you can see, but when I'm done chopping, it's about 2/3 full, so about to here. Now let's sprinkle some of that on. A little bit of the brine got in there. That's okay. Just a little extra salt that way. Make sure that's spread out. And the final thing will be some more sharp cheese. Go. Oh, that's looking pretty yummy. I'm going to keep pressing it down. As you can see, I kind of overfilled these, but that's okay. I think they will press down, and I will definitely cook them with a pan under them. There we go. We are just almost done. In this very few minutes, dinner for 2 nights. I think this is going to be just great. Pressing it down. So I think I will go ahead and I will partially bake these at 350. I'll probably bake them for maybe 30 minutes is all. And then I'm going to take them out, let them cool. And I think it will be just delicious and ready to put into the freezer. I'll cover them with foil, label them, and I'm guessing we're going to have one of these for Sabbath. Well, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I want to pray blessings on you and yours, in your house, out of your house, in the day and in the night, whatever you do, keep dreaming. All right, bye-bye. I got to get up and turn off the camera.